Good evening, everyone. This is Judge James. Welcome to Living for Crits. And more specifically, it's review night. Woohoo! I had some requests from people to go back to reviews, and I hadn't done them in a while, and I now have a reason why. So, this is, I guess, the first official review for the Dungeon Crawl Classics Judge James and Julia Challenge, which I think originally I was going to call it the James and Julia Jam, but I don't know if I'm going to keep that title. But it's DCC JJJ no matter what, and I think someone out there said it wasn't a catchy title either, and I don't understand. Like, am I the only gamer, or that loves like Julie and Julia? I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't love a movie about Julia Child. You know, a biopic. I mean, it's just a good film. Anyway, on this challenge, and the reason we call it that is because in that movie, the character had to try all these like recipes over the course of a year, and between now and the end of 2021, I'm going to play through my entire backlog of DCC modules and review them. And tonight we are starting with a review of A Strange Night at the Pint and Pony by C. Aaron Kreader. And great module. Finished this yesterday, so get to that in a second. Just as a reiteration, I also will be sneezing a lot because I have that. My allergies are acting up, and here comes. I'm sorry. Like, I cannot stop sneezing, and I'm trying. I'm trying hard. So, it's gross. It's a snotty mess. So anyway, I'm gonna sneeze again. Oh man, this sucks. I'm sorry. Whoever's watching right now, I apologize. Little seltzer here. Fixes everything. Alright, so my rules for the challenge, just a reminder, is I've got a little over a year. So it was like 438 days when I started, to get through all of my backlog of 35 adventures. And once I finish a module or a product, I will review it. Status report. As of today, I finished 2 of 35 modules or adventures. On Friday last week, we finished The Imperishable Sorceress out of Chaos Rising. And yesterday was A Strange Night at the Pint and Pony. I'm not going to review The Imperishable Sorceress yet because that is in the Chaos Rising compilation. And once I finish all 6 of those modules, I'll review it. I've only finished 1 out of there so far. Now 2. And in progress is still Gang Lords of Lankmar. Our group is still running through that. Really great adventure, but a lot of meat in there. And there's so much room between carousing tables for the characters and then how open-ended that adventure is. I could see us running like 12 games there. So I'm going to try not to do that, but who knows? I'm trying to restrict the players in the game. And then on deck this week, I'm running The Corpse That Love Built by Stephen Newton, which is the Halloween module, the horror module from 2 years ago. I'm running this on Friday, which I've never run before. And this will probably be next Monday's review. The other thing is that we're starting the Escape from the Shrouded Fen next Sunday. So that'll be fun. And all right, so I'm working on this, okay? And I invite you all, if you don't want to call it the DC JJJ Challenge, I just did that to do a hashtag because I heard it's cool. I don't know. I just thought it would be a fun title. But I definitely invite everyone to dig into your piles and to run more of your stuff. So let's talk about A Strange Night at the Pint and Pony. So this is Studio 9 Publishing, which is C. Aaron Kreader. And there are spoilers ahead. So bear with me if you are watching this and you're going to play in this adventure. Don't watch. This is for judges, GMs. You know, that's what this is for. Not for players. Unless you've already played it and you want to know more about it. This is written and illustrated by C. Aaron Kreader, too. So on top of the fact that it was written by him, it has, everything in here was his. And, just opening it up to this map, and again, this is as technical as I get because I don't have, like, the ability to, or the skill to do lots of cool sharing or, like, fades to me doing voiceover work. That's not the quality anyone comes to expect here in Living for Crits. It's this. I hold up the map and everyone says, ooh, that map's pretty cool. It is a great map. I mean, it's got lots of great detail. It's more than just a circular room. It's more than just squares. I mean, it's a really, 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 really cool map. And the art's great. Inside, I mean, the show-ems in here are fantastic. This is a handout for one scene. Oh, hey, Dev, how you doing? So, which bundle you so Dev says, hello, I'm going to have to grab the bundle. If you mean Chaos Rising, you definitely need to grab that. If you mean this, you should grab this too. Anyway, so just a general overview of what happens in this adventure. During a festive and alcohol-laden evening at the Pint and Pony, a party of smaller statured commoners, 0-level characters, find themselves beset upon by a squad of rat men who dig up from beneath the ground into the bar itself, knocking over all of the alcohol. And this newfound party that forms are goaded into exploring the tunnels below by the bartender, where they find out that the rat men have dug too deeply and have uncovered shrines and artifacts related to ancient and alien civilizations and an insectoid god. Like, that is so DCC to have, like, you know, a bunch of cool little folks down there right into insect gods and weird, like insect tech. Just a really good adventure. And it's cool that, you know, the party is set. You originally think when you're playing this how it would feel was that, oh, the rat men are the main villains. But no, they just happen to uncover something they shouldn't have uncovered. And Dev clarified it was the DCC Humble Bundle. Yes, if you are watching this right now, go look at Humble Bundle, and there is one of those for DCC. So get in on all the DCC action. All right, so I thought we'd find out the new material in here. Like, what rules-wise is in here that makes this worthwhile? First of all, is a modified occupation table. And this is designed to allow you... So the bar has a very low ceiling. Not that you have to run this as a shorter stature adventure where every character is a dwarf, halfling, gnome, wildling elf, which is a alternate species out of the Greenwood of the Fae Sovereign adventure, which I've also run. Also a great module by Studio 9. Or a small human, a human who's under 5 feet tall. And, you know, the whole idea is you're playing this smaller group of adventurers, or adventurers to be, because they start out at 0 levels, and that's who goes to the bar to have these festivities. And so there's a modified occupation table, and then the other thing is intoxication rules. And when you start the game, all the characters are buzzed, intoxication level 1. -1 to reflex saves and agility checks, but +2 to fort and will saves, slowed speech, and the PCs have a feeling of fearlessness. And if they continue to drink, because they'll find alcohol on the way, they can get tanked, which is a -5 to reflex saves and agility checks, a -5 to movement, -1 to hit, -1 to fort saves, and +4 to will saves. So if you want to resist with the drinking, and there's some effects in here, you want a high will. So in some ways you are pushed into drinking, but if you go to level 3 intoxication, which is smash, you are worthless. You've gone too far. And there's some encounters in the adventure where you sober up, which is kind of helpful. One of our characters did that on yesterday when we played the game. Sorry again for the sinuses. I really do apologize. I feel bad about that. I feel like the map is incredible in here. I have to tout things I really love about this module. You know, I do a simple screen share where I will put this. I'll do a Zoom screen share I run online. I'll just zoom right into the scene, and then move about as it's zoomed in where they're going. I mean, I use it like I'm sharing a PDF or an image file when I'm doing that. So the map being this detailed helps invoke a lot of the feelings of what's actually happening in the game. And I think the show-ems in here are strong. I love strong handouts. I love handouts I can hand a party and just let them go to work. Just start figuring out what this puzzle's about. You know, it's one thing to describe a puzzle, another thing to show a party a puzzle. I think it really gets the juices flowing through their system. They get all excited. They're like, oh, we got to figure this out. This is great. So this adventure has such good art. And every scene is evocative. Every piece of art is evocative in its own way. The adventure itself is a great combination of action, exploration, and puzzles. One caution I would have about your own home game is that there is a fairly powerful magical blade in this game that could be somewhat dangerous in the hands of PCs, especially lower level PCs. But I think it's worth the risk. This was a pretty bloodthirsty adventure that we ran yesterday. Partly because, in the beginning of the game, the players talked the bartender into handing over his crossbow. And 2 player characters who used the crossbow shot into melee, killing 2 other player characters. So that sort of happened. We ran this game in 3.5 hours, had a great time with it. And our party skipped the entire final scene. There's kind of 2 alternate paths out of the module. One leads to some woods where they could leave the adventure, and one goes down deeper into the dungeon where they had the final boss encounter. But they had already gotten everything they wanted. Figured that the characters remaining were fairly decent. They knew these were going to be new first level characters for an upcoming campaign. So they left. They left the adventure. And to me, that's finishing the adventure. They successfully and wisely figured out, you know what? There's only 6 0-level characters left of 15. Let's not push this. Let's just get moving. So very wise. So overall, I had a really good time with this adventure. Very glad this was the first one that we finished with this this challenge. I think this is a great con-length adventure. I've always talked about the importance of these shorter modules. If you're going to be running at spawn of Cyclops Con, especially in February, just announced yesterday, this would be a great adventure to run at the con. It's just a good time. Doesn't take itself too seriously. At least it doesn't seem to. But deep down, it's a very serious module. So it's it kind of is surprising in that when you start the adventure, you feel it's just a light romp. But there's some earth-shattering stuff. I'm going to be using the fact that the party in our game did not finish the module success. They didn't beat the final boss, if you will. And that's going to have ramifications on the campaign. So great work to see Aaron Kreader and the Studio 9 team crew. I will post a link to the adventure in the section below on YouTube here. And that's that. So if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, or tell your friends about it, whatever. And dust off those unplayed DCC and MCC modules and get playing, folks. Let's do this together, okay? Have a great night. It's great talking to you, and I will see you next Sunday on the next Living for Crits. Good night.